Restaurant chain Raising Cane's is doubling down on growth, launching a new restaurant in partnership with Post Malone. But between the rising use of weight loss drugs and a new labor law in California, changes are coming to the food industry. AJ Kumaran, Raising Cane's co-CEO, joins us now alongside Yahoo Finance's own Brooke DiPalma. Welcome, AJ. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. So talk about the timing of this expansion that you're having, especially given some of the trends that we're seeing with weight loss drugs, and wondering whether or not that's going to impact some of the consumer choices that people make.
Thanks for the opportunity, and great to talk to you all. No, honestly, we've been on this path of growth for a long time. It was not a last-minute decision of any sort. We've been in business for about 30 years right now, 3 decades, and methodically growing our business. We took on this aggressive growth pace right around 2015, 2016 or so, slowly ramping up to that 100-restaurant company-owned pace this year. So we will hit it. And, honestly, like you said, there will always be other trends, such as weight loss drugs that you talked about, et cetera. But people are always going to want a great quality meal to get them through the day. And we're here for that.
A quick follow-up to that. Good morning, AJ. Any plans to maybe add any menu items that perhaps would fit into this current trend that we're seeing, or do you plan to stick to your current menu?
We just want to do what we do really well. And, let me kind of step back for a minute. In our business, variety and complexity, that totally flies on the face of scalability, training crew members, execute really well, et cetera. We want to be that place where our customers can come and get the best chicken finger meals possible. And so we're going to stick to that. That's what we're going to be good at. And that's what we're going to be known for. We'll stay on that path.
And speaking of your employees, AJ, you have made a number of wage investments over the year. I can't help but think of your locations in California. You have quite the portfolio there. How exactly are you preparing for when the FAST Act takes effect in April and brings minimum wage up to $20? How do you plan to offset those higher costs?
Look, honestly, kind of step back for the employee in general for a minute. We always want to do the right thing for our employees. We call them crew members. They're part of our crew. We're all company-owned restaurants predominantly. We've always tried to stay ahead of what's happening in the market and do the right thing for our crew members. And, this new FAST Act in California, scheduled to go live on April 1st, is not going to be any different for us. I'm sure it's going to impact all fast food restaurants equally. Everybody will have to take some kind of price increase to cover for that. As you know, restaurant business, we operate on razor-thin margins. And to be able to take on right at 25, 30% wage increase, it's just not practically feasible. So we'll follow what everyone is doing, and then we will appropriately adjust our price to be able to cover for that.
And I mean, this really is an aggressive expansion, looking at opening 100 restaurants this year. Talk about the key demographics that you're focusing on and how you're picking some of these locations, and especially keeping in mind consumers trying to tighten their purse strings at the moment.
Consumers are absolutely trying to tighten their purse strings, but they're still looking for a good deal, if you may. And good deal is not necessarily, it doesn't mean cheap. It means a right value, a great quality meal that they can count on. They know it's going to be consistent for the price that they can count on. And that's where we fit in. We are opening 100 restaurants. And like I said, we've been slowly growing into that pace. We will wrap up this year with over 800 restaurants. From a demographic perspective, density matters a lot. We're going into areas where there are dense consumers available to enjoy our meals. We also look for convenience. So we want to be that place you can quickly get in, get out, drive through restaurants where we can open them. And that's what we're planning to do. But on top of that, though, we're also working on some flagship locations. In fact, we opened up our global flagship in Times Square in the historic Paramount building, right on the bow tie there. And that restaurant is likely going to be one of the busiest QSR restaurants in the world. So we're really thrilled about the kind of attention that we're seeing from our customers, the energy that they have for the brand, and what that means for our growth.
AJ, I passed by that restaurant the other day late at night, and I have to say it was absolutely packed. With that in mind, Is that where you're seeing the greatest or the most weekly sales? And you also plan to move on to Nashville. I know that you have many celebrity partners. Will you be bringing in anyone to open up that flagship as well?
The partnerships for us is just not limited to celebrities. Honestly, what is not shown on the pictures here is the local spelling bee champion or a high school kid who just won the football championship. They're all celebrities to us. We want to be a part of the pop culture moment. We want to be a part of conversation. We want to be a part of family. And we want to be a part of the life cycle of every one of our customers. So these celebrities, I love all of them. They represent huge groups of our communities. We don't have any specific plans for the other flagships, but you never say never. Post Malone partnership restaurant that we just opened in Dallas has been unbelievable buzz. I've heard of people who are taking longer layovers in Dallas just to be able to come and visit the restaurant. Our volumes are up almost 4 times. It has been incredible. And it's just not about numbers for us. It's being able to serve our customers and provide them something that is incredibly unique in this industry. Never in the history has there been a superstar, a world superstar, an NFL team, and a very good restaurant brand come together to do something special. So very exciting, and we'll never say never in the future either. We'll see what happens.
And AJ, as any of us who go to the stores to shop for our groceries, thinking about the price of food and the toll that that's taking on inflation, how are you factoring that in terms of your future costs? We know some companies are trying to do, not having workers directly there, sort of automating things, focusing more on AI in order to streamline supply chains. How are you looking at modernizing your supply chains and how you're managing some of these costs?
There has been some great advancements in artificial intelligence and supply chain factors, et cetera. We have been using all of those, predictive demand models and predictive ordering systems. They all help us optimize our platform. That said, you will never walk into a Raising Cane's and not see a smiling crew member. Regardless of how forward we get, we are not about to automate that. They are our crew members. That's what I'm here for. And we serve them, So we serve our crew members equally as much as we serve our customers. So we take a lot of pride in that. We want to be that community restaurant. We want every one of those high school kids who are moving into college, eventually raising their family, all of them to have a connection with their Raising Cane's. So that will be the tipping point of AI or automation for us. We will always have smiling faces in our drive-thrus and our restaurants.
I like that approach, that community approach. It's certainly a different tack than a lot of other restaurants are taking. Appreciate you joining us this morning. AJ Kumaran, Raising Cane's co-CEO, alongside Yahoo Finance's Brooke DiPalma. Thank you to you both.
Great speaking with you. Thank you all very much.